Greetings, my fellow travelers, and welcome to Spirit Therapy, the daytime edition yet again, because everything is very unpredictable. And I've warned you about the children before in the playground, and a lot of times you can't really hear it, but they really seem to be screaming out there. So, a lot of joy, but also a lot of screaming. And maybe, as usual, here comes the message for this week. There may be screaming, but it's screams of joy, maybe whether you know it or not. Because to get right to the message, with 5 planets in retrograde right now, including Mercury, which we're used to, sort of, there's no way to really push against it. Of course we can try, because we're gung-ho humans and we like to just go get it. But it's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. It's funny, this is the first take. I just turned on the camera and started to go. And I'm like, wait a minute, aren't we going to have one of those false starts? So, what we were talking about last week, with the art of allowing and the art of doing, here we are learning our lessons of screaming, joy, not joy, doing, art of allowing. If it flows a lot, does it freak you out? If it flows the first time, does it freak you out? Even with, screaming little girls outside. It kind of feels like, well, we've been through so much with all of this retrograde, backwards energy, from the small planets to the middle planets to out there Pluto. So with all of this backwards energy, it's teaching us how to just go with the flow, because an easy flow hasn't been found for, let's say 2 weeks, just energetically. I know life does all kinds of things and is not always easy no matter what the planetary configuration, but energetically and vibrationally, there's really no way to know everything that's going on and have a handle on everything. But of course, there's always a way, and everything's always working out for us perfectly at every moment. So what's the message? The message is to accept the moment for what it is and find your own middle balance between allowing and doing. And in my opinion, that's what makes it fun, to see what spirit, the universe, the world around you, the matrix, the reality, what all of that will bring to you, has brought to you, shall bring to you. And what's your part? What have you put in? What have you chosen? And if you've chosen, have you honored your choice and done something about it? Even if it's not a little thing, but we think of thoughts as a little thing. To just sit and think about what it is that you want and what it is that you love and what it is that you could be doing about this thing that you love. And to visualize that a lot of times always makes the doing easier, because you've already run through it in your head. And here's a little tidbit that's coming up. They tested what happens with athletes, pretty sure it was Olympians, when they had them, what happens in their brain when they run through their routine without physically doing it, but going from start to finish and imagining themselves doing their entire race or activity that they know so well. And they found that the brain doesn't know the difference. Doesn't know whether your body's included or not. It just knows that it's doing it. It was the same thing as when they are actually doing it physically. So for times like these, retrogrades and such, when the doing and the pushing forward is just not readily available, it's a really good time to do it in your head. There's a Ramtha quote that won't let me move past it until I say it. He says, "A master says, it already is." So, in this time of not pushing forward, maybe we should think about that. A master says it already is, even if the world around us does not say the same thing. But only doesn't say because we don't see it. It could be right there. I mean, we think we see everything. We think we know everything because we can smell it and taste it and touch it. We know that's not true. So, in this middle of this storm, it's a good time to look outside of the box and think about things that we haven't considered before in terms of our happiness, what makes us happy, and our responsibilities. What are our responsibilities? And can they be flexible? Can they flex more than we thought they could before? For instance, we have a responsibility to take care of ourselves, right? Drink water, eat food, hygiene, sleep, all these things. But that's flexible. You're not on some, if you don't have water every 30 minutes, you're not going to drop dead. So, and, you find your own way, and everybody has their own way. But some sort of maintenance needs to happen in order for your body to continue to run. But your body also does all these things on its own. So maybe you've had your body in a box and gone, this is all it can do, this is what we do, if we eat cake, we get fat. Well, what if that's not true? What if that's just what we've come up in our head, and there are plenty of people that eat lots of cake and never gain weight? So, well, that's not you. Okay, but why? Maybe it's because that's the way you think. So, yeah, thinking outside of the box. What else is possible? What else can maybe if I think differently, maybe something will change. I think that's the end of that thought, really. Responsibility outside of the box. Yes. And in this time, to find what's important and what we love, and to focus on that instead of things that aren't here, it's really just going to make the rest of the ride easier. And before I leave you, I'll tell you that, don't let this Mercury, well, all of this retrograde fool you, because once we get out of it, it really feels like we're going right out of the starting gates. Because the Taurus, so much energy in Taurus right now, or Taurus is bringing it down to the earth, bringing it down to reality, bringing it out of from the below, above to the below. So, and feeling good about it, and running it into the ground in a good way, pounding it into the earth, here I am, I'm a bull, here we go. Right? So, but yeah, we have this whoa Nelly with all the retrogrades. So, once we go into Gemini, all air, all thought, kinetic, internet, it's going to be a whole new story. So, use this time wisely is my point. And enjoy the not pushing. Enjoy the last week or two of your cosmic vacation, as I've been calling it. And enjoy things in your head, no matter what you're doing. And dare to dream about things that you love, want, think might feel good, maybe never considered before. And I think that's the message. I don't know. Right now they're going a little shorter. I don't know if we'll stick with it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But, on this side over here, A lot of running around and a lot of just going with the flow. And clearly it's Wednesday and here I am. So even though I said I would get them out on Monday-ish, Tuesday, but Wednesday, what? A lot must have been going on. So, and it was. And yesterday was really about talking with people and connecting with a lot of people. And I realized that that needed to happen. So the video had to wait. But here we are. And, you know, what's the saying? Come hell or high water, things will work out and they'll all come in. Maybe the Buddha one is a little better of the flower blooms when it's meant to. So, no pushing. And if you push, you know, don't be surprised if you get pushed back. So you might as well just, you know, go with the flow, people. Like the little girls out there, just yelling their heads off above the traffic, whatever, let's do this jungle gym. Yeah, so, all right, that's it. I'll see you next week. Let's see if, you know, we can calm into the energy a little more and you know, continue the flow, but build some good stuff this week. And, yeah, in love and light, I bid you good day, good evening, and good life.